Hi, I'm Matt the Comic Guy. Today we have another episode of this Iceberg thing. This time it's the Incredible Hulk. Now, let's get started. Hulk, first live action actor, being friends with the actor of Terminator. Not kidding. Corey, what I find is Luke Ferrigno was the Hulk for the live-action TV series, as well as its trilogy of TV movies. And one of the people he knows is Arnold Schwarzenegger, aka what you know as Conan the Barbarian and the Terminator. First on-screen Hulk was like years and years ago. It's called the Marvel Superheroes. He had his own segment. Strange, yet pretty surprising. Live action TV and movies with the debut of certain other Marvel heroes. Return of the Incredible Hulk returns, and Trial of the Incredible Hulk had few appearances of Marvel heroes that could count as their start in live action. Incredible Hulk Returns had Thor, and Trial of the Incredible Hulk had Daredevil and Kingpin. The idea of Hulk's full name. Hulk's full name is Robert Bruce Banner, but he's usually just referred to as Bruce Banner. It was a mistake that made that early in one of the comics, he was narrated as Bob Banner. However, instead of fixing this idea, they decided to use the idea that Hulk's full name is Robert Bruce Banner. Because of course, Bob is short for Robert, so Hulk's full name is Robert Bruce Banner. Someone really thought that someone really had a odd and nonsensical reason of what was the idea of calling Hulk in the live-action TV series David Banner. Yeah, live-action TV series, he's not called Bruce, he's called David. And it's once been said, the reason why is because Bruce sounds homosexual, which I don't know why. It's a normal name. I don't know why it would be a name of a homosexual man. Yeah, the interesting concept of Red Hulk. Red Hulk, and you don't know, is not actually Bruce. It's not actually one of the Hulks that's Banner, but instead a General Thunderbolt Ross. This Hulk is pretty much has the opposite way of how a Hulk's strength can work. Instead of getting stronger, he actually heats up and becomes a giant giant use of flames. He can use fire powers, basically. And basically, this is Red Hulk. Basically, what makes him confirm that he's not Banner's Hulk, or any form of Banner's Hulk, besides using his powers for heat, he's also not a fair guy when it comes to other Marvel heroes or villains. Like, he'd take on one-on-one on A-Bomb, who, not surprisingly, is Rick Jones. A Blue Hulk, Yeah, Blue Hulk is actually just Hulk, but with cosmic powers. Blue Hulk is basically what it take if Hulk basically had the powers of space. Hulk, Hulk's, Hulk's son, Hulk's, Hulk's son is referred to Star, his little son from the storyline World War Hulk. Basically, there's a thing in comics called Planet Hulk. In that storyline, Hulk had himself a wife who unfortunately was killed due to the bomb that was set up to the rocket that would Hulk landed on that planet. However, in the ashes of the planet, Scar arrives and thus turns out that Scar is Hulk's son. Hulk's daughter from the future. Speaking of which, it's time to talk about Hulk daughter from the future. This is Fundra. And actually, she's actually is a Hulk from the future. Specifically, Hulk's daughter. Now, she's a surprisingly character, and she's actually has an interesting way of being introduced to the comics. A red She-Hulk. Yeah. So in the comics, there's actually a red Hulk that's a red She-Hulk. In the comics, this is actually Thunderbolt Ross's daughter, Betty Ross. The main love interest to the Hulk, she was brought back to life by the same reasons as why General Ross turned into the Red Hulk. A deal with MODOK and the leader. Hulks. There be a two-headed Hulk bad guy. Surprise, surprise. It's actually a Hulk villain with two heads, but one on the top and the other one on the bottom. That is called Body Beast. And exactly what he said it is. He's like a beast but with two heads. One on the top and the other one on the bottom. That's the thing. That's comics for you. Yeah, Body Beast. Tyrone Cash. Tyrone Cash is a Hulk from the Ultimate Universe. An interesting concept, obviously. Ultimate Hulk. The Ultimate Universe's Hulk is a wild idea. It's basically a crazy concept. This Hulk is a cannibal. Yeah, basically, this Hulk can eat people. Yes, that's wild. Maestro Hulk is Bruce Banner, but from a future world. He first appeared in a story called The Future Imperfect. Basically, he's an evil Hulk, and one from the future. Hulk 2099. Another future Hulk, this time not really Bruce Banner, but someone else. Basically, he was a person that joined someone named the Knights of Banner. And that was wild. Take a look at what he looks like. Yeah, pretty crazy. Infernal Hulk. Infernal Hulk refers to an alternate reality where Bruce and Hulk went separately and Hulk literally went to hell. No, literally. Hulk Bruce Banner became Sorcerer Supreme and pretty much was separated from the Hulk. Straight to hell and basically turning into an Infernal Hulk. This is crazy, and yes, it's wild. First live action actor of both Hulk theatrical Hulk movies. Lou Ferrigno twice in both the theatrical Hulk movies was appearance as a security guard. First next to Stan Lee in 2003's Hulk film, and in 2008's reboot Hulk movie. First ever Hulk animated series. In the 80s, there was an animated series called The Incredible Hulk. Lasted a few years and many episodes. Little known fact, this Hulk is played by Peter Cullen. Yes, Optimus Prime. Hulk and the Agents of Smash. Hulk and the Agents of Smash refers to a TV series of an animated series where Hulk teamed up with other Hulks. Basically, you have Hulk, A-Bomb, Red Hulk, Scar, and She-Hulk. Old Man Logan. Old Man Logan I already covered before. So we want to cover, another video of mine. Just watch another video of mine. Links in the description, by the way. Basically a crazy idea of an evil Hulk. Basically an idea of an evil Hulk. And it's basically, a Logan story. So, yeah. Age of Apocalypse Hulk. There's actually a Hulk from the Age of Apocalypse storyline. Very interesting idea. Weapon H. Basically a character that's basically when you get Hulk and Wolverine combined. You get Weapon H. Joe Fixit. Joe Fixit is what is the Grey Hulk. Basically Banner's Hulk when he has some intelligence and basically not as savage or out of control as regular Hulk. Orange Hulk. Yes, obviously red and blue wasn't enough, so someone made the idea of an orange Hulk. But he's solar powered, and he basically makes a small appearance in Age of Apocalypse storyline. What? The Thunderbolts. The Thunderbolts are a comic book group of characters. Basically Marvel's answer to the Suicide Squad. Hulk. Basically, they debuted an issue of Hulk. Red Hulk actually joined the team later on. Blue. The idea behind the actors of the MCU Hulk. Basically, Edward Norton and Mark Ruffalo's Hulk are the same Hulk. Just different actors. Basically, it's reference to the Avengers that Hulk is the same as the Hulk who raced against the Abomination in Harlem. And plus, we have General Ross and the Abomination both making appearances outside in the Incredible Hulk movie. Basically confirming, yeah, Edward Norton and Mark Ruffalo are the same Hulk. Red Hulk and Captain America 4. Yeah, Red Hulk actually does make an appearance in Captain America Brave New World, facing against Sam Wilson as Captain America. Basically, just fighting against Red Hulk. A robotic Hulk. There is, in fact, a robotic Hulk called Cosmic Hulk, who's a computer program, and by the end was ripped in half by the Red Hulk. Nerd Hulk. Also from the Ultimate Universe is Nerd Hulk. Basically just an interesting idea for the Hulk. This Hulk surprisingly turned into a vampire. X-Men that debuted in the Hulk comic. Wolverine, the famous Marvel hero, debuted in one of the issues of the Incredible Hulk. Basically, first time ever meeting the Hulk. And they clashed ever since. Many different Hulks versus Thor fights. Thor and the Hulk had a fight before, facing against each other before, and they had many times had fought each other. Turns out to be a draw, but it ends up being that does mean that one does win. Who is Doc Green? Doc Green is Hulk, but smart. And basically a concept of Hulk that is very interesting and you might check it out. Hulk the End. Hulk the End is basically a what-if scenario where Hulk was the last man on Earth. Basically, it's an interesting idea, and it has Hulk facing against radioactive bugs. Giant radioactive bugs, being specifically Professor Hulk. Professor Hulk is another one of Hulk, where he's actually smart. Smart. And he actually has intelligence like Banner. Basically a combination of both Green Hulk and Grey Hulk. Devil Hulk and Guilt Hulk. Devil Hulk and Guilt Hulk are basically Hulks, but also villains. One of them is a David Banner, and the other one is just Hulk's guilt. Look inside. What? The idea. The idea behind a Hulk by a Yeti. There is one Hulk character that's like the Hulk, but sort of like a Yeti. That is called a Zenu? Basically a Yeti like Hulk. Red Hulk stole the Silver Surfer surfboard. Yeah, here's a theme in comics where the Red Hulk basically stole the surfboard of the Silver Surfer. Yeah, that's crazy. The identity of Red Hulk for a while was a mystery. Yeah, in the Marvel Comics, the entity of Red Hulk, not clear who that was. So yeah, it took until later it turned out to be General Ross. The idea of a Purple Hulk. If it can't have enough of color of Hulk, we need to just shoot to a Purple Hulk. There actually is a Purple Hulk. This Hulk is Norman Osborn. Yeah, Purple Hulk and it's Norman Osborn. Hulk's fr- Hulk's original way he says catchphrase. Hulk's catchphrase is Hulk Smash. But earlier in the comics, it wasn't just Hulk Smash. He had an ad on what he had to say. But now it's just Hulk Smash. What the Planet and World War Hulk storyline basically already went before. It was an Illuminati of Tony Stark, Reed Richards, Doctor Strange, Professor X, and Black Bolt, noticing after a while that Hulk is too dangerous after he attacked Las Vegas. Noticing that, they decided to send him off of a planet. However, the planet they sent him on was Sakaar. But after teaming up with other heroes and defeating someone named the Red King, he actually became king in Sakaar. Until all ran away when the planet blew up. And he no longer blamed the people who sent it on the planet, and thus led to World War Hulk, where he wanted, because he blamed the people who sent it on that planet, he basically wanted to smash them. Basically, he wanted to face against them in a battle, all because he blamed them. When later turns out it was actually someone else who did the idea, and Hulk had no idea what it was until it was too late. Basically becoming World Breaker Hulk in that storyline. Hulk's strongest form. Yeah, World Breaker Hulk. Strongest form that's ever been seen of Hulk. Yeah, basically his angriest he's ever been. And Hulk has gotten far of how angry he can be. Hulk Hulk voicing. Hulk similarity Hulk similar Hulk a Hulk character that's a fusion between Hulk and Solomon Grundy. So basically what I did last time was explain about the amalgam universe, a mix between DC and Marvel. Basically I already did where it was an amalgamation between Batman and Wolverine. This time it's Hulk and Solomon Grundy. This one is a crazy concept. So yeah. Who is Hulk's similarities with Solomon Grundy? Yeah, Hulk is basically similar to Solomon Grundy. There are differences, obviously. Yeah, there are differences. The explanation of why Hulk is commonly green. Hulk was originally gray. It's been known many times. However, inking issues was the reason why Hulk became commonly green. Now, the explanation of how that changed in the comics themselves was due to a split personality. Yeah, split personality type of idea. Brian Banner. Brian Banner was Hulk's father. Bruce Banner's father was kind of a mean man and kind of, was kind of not a fair guy. But the abuse Hulk that Bruce gets from him was the reason why when he turned angry he became the Hulk, which is understandable. It happens. That a rage fills up inside when someone abuses us. Yeah, Brian Banner was Hulk's father in the 2003 movie. For a joke, they call him David Banner. The ironic joke of calling Bruce's father David. A little ironic nod when they called the Hulk himself David Banner. So, as a little ironic joke, Bruce's father in this movie was called, in the 2003 movie, was called David Banner. Hulkbuster. Wherever Hulk feels like he's going rogue, Tony Stark, aka Iron Man, gives him an armor called the Hulkbuster. Basically, to take down the Hulk wherever he went rogue. Hulk fights Superman. Yeah, and there's an actual crossover in the comics where Hulk faces against Superman. Man of Steel facing against the Hulk. Hulk fight Batman. Yeah, another crossover. Hulk facing against Batman. Not even kidding. Hulk giving Ant-Man tacos. Hulk in Avengers Endgame and one scene had given Scott Lang, aka Ant-Man in this universe, tacos as his smart or Professor Hulk persona. Hulk facing against Spider-Man. Yeah, Hulk has faced against Spider-Man many times before in many uses of the comics. Immortal Hulk. Immortal Hulk is the Incredible Hulk series. Basically has interesting ideas such as the Green Door. Death Battle episode of Hulk vs. Godzilla. Yeah, Death Battle made an episode where Hulk and Godzilla were duking it out. Basically fighting against each other. Interesting how the outcome went. Wait. Who? Space. Who is? Now, who? Who is Space Punisher Hulk? Space Punisher Hulk is basically a crazy concept for an idea of Hulk, and I already explained in this video of certain concepts, certain weird or crazy ideas for the Hulk. Agree? Hulk. Hulk Deadpool? Yes. In comics, there was a storyline where many of the Avengers had became Hulk. And one of those characters was Deadpool. And last but not least, we have, and last but not least, we have, of course, the last one of this thing, and that's Hulk's debut in the Fantastic Four issues. Hulk has crossed paths with the Fantastic Four. However, his debut was Fantastic Four number 12. And that's it for now. I'm at the Comic Guy. See you in the next video. Bye.